Jungkook was in his office, working on his laptop, while Vine stood behind his chair, her arms wrapped around his neck, as she left several few kisses there. He was too used to her clinging to him while he worked, but to say he never got used to it would be true. Her every touch, every kiss held enough power to feel new every time, and made him desire leaving all the work and give her the attention. She sometimes visited his office whenever she was missing him or getting bored at home. Sometimes she brought him handmade food and helped him around. She knew how things worked and coming here to help him so he gets done early and give her time or take her out somewhere. But most of the times it ended up clinging to him and getting him even late by distracting him a lot. Like today, Jungkook, I thought you came here to help. Ryan, I'm helping. You look so stiff. I was just helping you relax your muscles. She pulled back and started to massage his muscles. Jungkook chuckled and shook his head. He let her do as she pleased and continued to focus on his work, which needed his attention. She slid her hand down his arm, stopping over his, and fixed the little mistake he made. If he was not too distracted trying to enjoy her touch and focus on work, he wouldn't have made it. But she always had great eyes, always too quick to catch on things. He rechecked everything and continued to do his work, in between stopping to hold her hands and kiss them, making sure she was not deprived of his attention either. Ryan, I'll take a look around. Finish it up till then. I need my cuddles after that. He nodded, pulling her down for a kiss, and then she left the room. She took a look around the building, her heels clicking against the marble of the nearly empty floor. There were a few rooms around, each one as huge as a hall to accommodate almost 100 people. The building itself had a lot of floors. Each floor was according to ranks. Employees were required to stay in their respective floors. Jungkook demanded high level of discipline. If an employee from another floor was seen in yours, either he had to have work or he would be treated as an outsider and sent back immediately, even if he worked for the company. The top floor was where Jungkook and a few other top ranked employees were, including CFO, directors, his and their secretaries, and a few more employees they needed. She went to other floors. There were even floors where the employees never had the experience of knowing who their CEO was. They never saw him, never had the chance to, only knew his name. A lady walked up to her while she was looking around. Excuse me, she said, taking her attention. Vine looked at the ID hanging down her neck and looked at her name, Maya. Vine, yes? Maya, you don't belong to this floor, do you? What work do you have here? Vine, did I disturb you? Maya, please answer my question. Vine, don't mind me. I came here for a round. She let out a sarcastic laugh. She clearly believed it was some rookie she was talking to, who didn't even know about the rules of how this place worked. Surely it was not an ordinary company, but still, people thrive to work here. Almost a dream company to work at for employees. Working here would be like a thing they could brag about in front of people. Maya, oh dear, at this point, you'll be thrown out of here. You're not even wearing your ID. I bet you're from the first floor. Such a shame. Vine frowned and looked around, then back at her. A few other employees had left their work to enjoy the so called scene, where someone was called out and humiliated for absolutely no reason. This needed to be fixed. Vine, what is wrong about belonging to the first floor? Maya, it means. She took a step forward, placing her finger over her body, near her shoulder, and gave her a slight push to move back. Maya, you are below us. They surely had some pride. Working there was surely something you would be proud of. But Vine was never going to settle with them, insulting the ones inferior to them. Vine, and that's childish. I hope you can see through it. You have no right to insult someone working under you. Maya, there. Keep your lectures. I can't blame you. You probably never had the taste of belonging to upper levels. How about you return where you belong to? She gave mocking smile and slightly pat Vine's shoulder and crossed her arms, waiting for her to leave. Vine exhaled and looked at her ID again. She was the HR. Every floor had a separate HR to keep the matters in their respective floors. She guessed that's why no one else tried to jump in. Vine, Miss Maya, I think it would be better if you learn how to respect other employees. You're given this position for a reason, not to mock other employees. Seems like you're not fit for the job. You can step down, learn, and come back again. Maya gulped. Was she from an upper floor? She should know the rules at least, if she was. Maya, who are you? Ryan, it shouldn't matter, but you'll be held accountable for your attitude, she said as she looked around at the other employees. Ryan, Also, an inspection will be done in your place to make sure the job was rightly done and their matters were solved. I'll make sure my husband knows about this. Maya, husband? The way Ryan spoke clearly seemed like she held authority. It had started to make her sweat. Ryan, the CEO. She smiled. Please return to your works. She turned around and left. Maya was left frozen in her place. It took her some good minutes to realize what actually happened to her. Was she going to be fired? Did she actually insult the CEO's wife? Ryan roamed around a little, then returned to Jungkook's office, who was now standing in front of the glass wall, sipping his coffee. She smiled and walked up to him, wrapping her arms around his torso from behind. She kissed his back. Ryan, are you done? Jungkook, yes, I was waiting for you. How was your tour? He kissed her hand and turned towards her. Ryan, it was good, but I think you need to check once if the HR are doing their jobs properly. The employee matters are restricted to their floor. It's nearly impossible to solve them if the one in charge of them doesn't do it for them. Jungkook, is there a matter? Ryan, it just seemed like. He nodded and decided to call a meeting for that. She pointed on a good topic. It should definitely be checked. He kissed her head and suddenly picked her up. She giggled, wrapping her arms around his neck. Jungkook, my wife gets my whole attention now. He placed a lot of kisses all over her neck and her jaw. Ryan took the affection happily and kissed him in return. The two left the office and decided for a dinner, along with a movie.